Breaking Coco's heartfelt silence shatters expectations. What happened later will astound you. The world of tennis has seen champions rise and fall, but few moments have left fans as emotionally charged and mystified as Coco Gauff's silence after a shocking loss at the 2025 WTA Finals. The reigning champion, adored across continents for her fiery spirit and fearless energy, walked off the court that night without a word, no interview, no post-match comment, not even a glimpse of emotion. For hours, the cameras waited. The media speculated. Fans flooded social platforms with questions. But Coco remained silent. And in that silence, raw, vulnerable, and deafening, a new story was being written. A story not about a match or a trophy, but about the heart behind the champion. What followed in the days after would astonish even her most loyal supporters. Tennis the night the noise stopped. It was supposed to be a celebration. Coco Gauff, the defending WTA Finals champion, had returned to the biggest stage to seal another historic season. She had fought her way through a grueling year, from early setbacks to remarkable comebacks, embodying resilience at every turn. But under the bright lights of Shenzhen, something felt off. Her shots lacked the usual spark. Her energy seemed restrained. Even her smile between points looked rehearsed, as if she was holding something back. When the final ball from Aryna Sabalenka zipped past her baseline, the scoreboard flashed a brutal truth. Gauff had lost her title. The crowd expected tears, frustration, maybe even a defiant statement. Instead, Coco quietly shook Sabalenka's hand, waved to the fans, and left the court head high, eyes distant. No words, no gestures, just silence. Broken-hearted champion's disappearing act. That night, the media waited anxiously for a statement. None came. The WTA's official press conference slot for Gauff was left blank. Player unavailable. Whispers began circulating. Was she injured? Was she angry? Was she okay? But no one knew. In an era where athletes live online, documenting every emotion, every moment, Coco's disappearance felt strange, almost eerie. For 72 hours, she posted nothing. The girl who had once danced on TikTok after matches and laughed with fans on Instagram simply vanished into quiet. And yet, that silence spoke volumes. It was the sound of a soul taking a breath after years of constant noise. Crescent moon behind closed doors. The unseen battle. According to insiders close to her camp, Coco returned to her home in Delray Beach, Florida, immediately after the loss. She didn't train, didn't talk about tennis. Didn't even unpack her gear. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to feel everything. She sat outside every night, her father, Corey Gauff, later revealed. No phone, no coach, no noise. Just her, the stars, and her thoughts. She needed to remember why she started this journey in the first place. It was during those quiet nights that Coco began writing in her journal again, something she hadn't done since she was a teenager. Entry after entry, she poured out emotions she had long buried. Pressure, expectation, self-doubt, and the loneliness of living under constant public gaze. I forgot what it was like to play for joy, she wrote. Lately, I've been playing for approval. Those words would later become the foundation of one of the most powerful transformations in modern tennis. Cloud with rain, the pressure of perfection. To understand Coco's silence, one must understand her burden. Since her breakthrough at Wimbledon in 2019, when she stunned Venus Williams as a 15-year-old, the world has treated her like the next Serena. Every move, every match, every outfit became a headline. She was not just an athlete. She was a symbol of hope, of youth, of change. But being a symbol can be suffocating. By 2025, Coco was more than a tennis player. She was an icon of empowerment, a global ambassador for youth advocacy, and a role model for millions. Yet somewhere beneath that spotlight, she began losing sight of her own reflection. She felt like she couldn't show weakness, said a member of her support team. Every time she felt tired or sad, she smiled instead, until that night when she finally didn't. Rose the silence that spoke. When Coco finally broke her silence a week later, she didn't do it with a press conference or a PR-approved statement. Instead, she posted a simple black and white photo of herself sitting alone on a tennis court, the caption reading, "Sometimes Silence is the only way to hear your heart again. That single sentence sent shockwaves through the sports world. Fans flooded her comments with messages of love and understanding. Other athletes, including Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, and Iga Swiatek, reshared her posts with words of support. The silence that once felt confusing suddenly became powerful. It wasn't retreat, it was reflection. Dizzy what happened next. A transformation. In the weeks that followed, Coco underwent a quiet yet radical transformation. She pulled back from endorsements, skipped media events, and worked privately with a sports psychologist. Instead of training endlessly, she focused on mental balance, meditation, journaling, and time with family. Speech balloon Coco's own words. In her first long-form interview after the Dubai win, Coco spoke candidly about that dark period after losing her title. I realized silence isn't weakness. It's clarity. When I stopped talking, I started listening to myself, to my needs, to my limits. I learned that being strong doesn't mean pretending. It means being honest. She paused before adding, I lost a title, but I found my voice. That's worth more than any trophy. Those words resonated far beyond tennis. Fans called her the poet of the court. Media outlets compared her transformation to that of legends like Muhammad Ali and Billie Jean King, athletes who turned personal pain into public purpose. Sunrise beyond the game. Coco's newfound balance began influencing her off-court life too. She started a foundation for youth wellness, focusing on teaching kids the importance of mental resilience and self-expression. She began writing a book titled The Quiet Point, reflecting on her emotional journey, not just as a player, but as a young woman learning to exist beyond applause. Her story became a reminder that greatness isn't measured in titles or trophies, but in truth, the courage to confront your lowest moment and grow from it. Sparkle's epilogue, the girl who spoke without words. Looking back, that night in Shenzhen, when Coco Gauff chose silence over spectacle, feels almost poetic. The world wanted her to speak, to explain, to entertain. Instead, she chose to feel. And that choice changed everything. Her silence wasn't a void. It was a message, a heartbeat, a declaration that sometimes the loudest thing you can do is simply be still. Because in that stillness, Coco Gauff didn't lose herself. She found her soul. And what happened later, the rebirth, the peace, the quiet power, truly astounded the world. Sunflower final thought. Coco Gauff's journey from heartbreak to healing reminds us that every silence has a story, and every fall has a purpose. She didn't just reclaim her game. She redefined what it means to win. Not with noise, not with fury, but with grace, honesty, and the quiet strength of a heart that refused to give up. Because sometimes silence doesn't mean the end. It means the beginning of something beautiful. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.